know that the money that you're getting is going to go towards the kitchen. That kitchen, John's more than likely going to be the builder that fixed it. When I asked John how much he's putting into his card, he said, you give whatever you want, whatever I give is going on the bill for the kitchen. It's actually a true story. I'm the only one in this country. Back to the thank yous. The bridesmaids, what can I say? You all look gorgeous, you've done a fantastic job today, and I'd like to echo James in thanking you for making Help Today a special day. Both sets of parents for all the hard work they've put into making today possible. I'm sure you're well aware how much James and Zoe appreciate all your efforts, and you should know they're going to cherish today for the rest of their lives. And now let's take a moment to say how beautiful Zoe looks today. Yeah. I'm sure you'll all agree that she looks stunning, and her radiance has lit up this room. And James, you should know you are a very, very lucky man. Yeah. Since the day James first excitedly told me about this girl he'd met, I think I knew this day was inevitable. I'm sure you're both going to be extremely happy, and I'm so honoured that you've asked me to take such a big part in your wonderful day. Having said all that, there is one girl in here that has half a chance of upstaging Zoe today. Mia, you look like a little princess. Aaron, Pauline, Jackie, you should be very proud to know that you have raised a daughter that is a credit to you all. Zoe is a kind and generous young lady that lights up the lives of those around her. Ray and Linda, to be fair, you did the best of what you had. You've raised a son that on the whole you can be proud of, and you should know that when he can't be a good example to others, he's at least a horrible warning. James Slades, you now have a beautiful and talented partner for life, someone to share the highs and bring comfort during the lows, a person that will make each day worth living and be the source of many wonderful memories for years and years to come. And Zoe, you've got a pretty decent ring. It's hard not to look around a place like this. Think about the history of the building. I'm sure these walls could talk, they could tell many, many stories. And it also makes you think about history repeating itself. We should remember it was only about 30 years ago that Zoe was going to bed with another dummy. So as you should have worked out by now, I'm the best man. What does my role consist of? Getting James here on time this morning, making sure he's well groomed and presentable to his now wife. But more importantly, arranging the stag do. We settled on a 3-day bender to Manchester. Now I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, what goes on tour stays on tour. In our case, it was what goes on tour is subject to an ongoing court case. To be fair to James, I thought they looked like girls too. For those of us closest to James, it does come as a small surprise that he's actually got married today. At least to a woman. Most of us had our suspicions from an early age that James was, let's just say, a little feminine. On numerous occasions, gay guys were found questioning their gaydar. James was batting for their team. It was a running theme for James to get hit on by girls. Although fully supportive and ready for the imminent announcement from him at any day, it took Zoe to come along and make us realise that he was in fact just a camp straight guy. If you watch him dance later, you'll see exactly what I mean. I first met James in 1990 at Beverly's Boys School in Malden, 25 years ago. He was, and still is, the most competitive sports player I've ever met, and was one of those annoying kids that was good at most things he put his hands to. James will be known to some of you as Swede. Neither of us have any idea where this nickname came from, but I've looked in the dictionary and found the following definition. A member of the cabbage family. Big answers right there, mate. Our friendship unfortunately looked doomed a few years in when Swedes, Mum and Dad, came to see mine and discussed that it might be better that we not hang around together.
I'll vouch for that.
The meeting was caused by a misunderstanding of us borrowing another friend's mum's car, and unfortunately the police got involved. That wasn't James's only brush with the law that year, and I would imagine Ray and Linda were starting to think they brought up a master criminal. Well, a criminal. I think the saying is boys will be boys, and I'm sure they would agree that everything's turned out all right in the end. Yeah. Cars have been a bit of a running theme with James. From the crazy late night drives him, John and I had around Weymouth in his Golf GTI, where it was normal for us to shout Michael at the top of our voice in reference to Knight Rider. I should point out we were in our early 20s at the time. And the time where he used a car as a roof over his head. Here I should mention that he was in fact under the car and not in it. I had just moved to Manchester for the first time, and James had come up to spend a weekend with me. And our first night out up there, he started to look a bit worse for wear and told me that he was going home. I was still in my flow at the time, making all sorts of shapes on the dance floor, and as usual had birds all over me. So I stayed, gave him the address, and he had the spare keys to get in. You would think this would be enough. When I got back, James was nowhere to be seen. His phone was off, and after walking around the block numerous times, I gave up trying to find him and assumed he must have bumped into some friendly people and gone back somewhere else for a party. Cursing him for not inviting me, I decided to turn in. At about 5 AM, in he walked, shivering and covered in what I thought was mud all down one side. It turns out he hadn't been to a party, having the time of his life, but had in fact lost the address and his phone. It also turns out what I thought was mud was in fact oil, after he had decided to take shelter under a car cuddling up to the curb. Bear in mind, this was the middle of Manchester city centre, and the car was 20 metres from my front door. We've had some great nights out over the years. James has got himself into some fantastically terrible states. There was often another guy that would accompany him on a night out. He would normally only appear after about 10 o'clock, but when he turned up, we knew the night could go either way. We knew it was the Emperor. For those that don't know, this is in reference to a character in Star Wars, and was James's alter ego after he had 5 to 6 pints of standard. I think the first time I met the Emperor was when we were in a club in Brixton. And James decided he didn't want to wear his shoes anymore. He took them off and threw them across the dance floor. Apparently he could dance better without them. He certainly couldn't dance much worse, so I looked at his shoes. Funny enough, it wasn't long before we were asked to leave the club. Once outside, I could see James getting heated with a rather large bouncer who was continuously pointing at James's waist. I walked over and heard James begging the bouncer to let him back in as he left his coat there. The bouncer continued to point at James's waist, and it wasn't until I told him it was in fact tied around there that we could leave, without an apology.
It's cold.
On another night out in the same club, you notice the pattern here, James was so drunk, he fell across someone's legs and landed, literally, down this girl's top. This girl was minding her own business, chilling out with her boyfriend, when James stumbled. Upon realising he was falling, he reached out for the closest thing to him. This poor girl did not know what hit her. James was like Bambi on ice trying to get to his feet, at the same time having what looked like a real good fumble down her top. To this day, I do not know how he got away with that one. The boyfriend was cool as you like, and after sorting herself out, the little girl let us go on our way. This time with me carrying him over my shoulder. We've had some great times, mate, and of course we'll have many, many more. I think of you as my brother, and Zoe, you're now part of the family too. To round this off, I'd like to share a small story from A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh. Piglet asks, how do you spell love? And Pooh's reply is perfect. You don't spell it, you feel it. Love is a language spoken by everyone, but understood by only the heart. It's a song that never ends. It's not about finding a person you can live with, but about finding a person you can't live without. James, you now found that person. Everyone here is so happy you have found each other, and even happier that today you took the next step along the path of love. As you stand here together, please never forget this. You are now gazing at the person who, statistically speaking, is most likely to murder you.
He's jumped in.